Hey everybody, welcome back to JVO TV, and today we're going to be discussing a very controversial subject. Now, I know this might ruffle a lot of feathers, but you know what? That's what we do here on JVO TV. We are going to explore why blacks are more financially illiterate than other races. Now, a lot of you are going to point out slavery, and in a lot of situations you would be right, but I think the issue is much deeper in this situation, and that's exactly why we're going to be looking at it. The fact is, most Americans think they know more about money than they actually do. Now, what if I told you the financial literacy rate in the United States as a whole is only 57%?
You serious?
That means about just over half of the U.S. population is financially literate, which ranks the U.S. 14th globally, well out of the top 10 behind Canada and other European countries. Does this mean a lot of us are dumb? And no, you're not dumb if you're not financially literate. Let's check the definition of financial literacy so we can get a better understanding of it. What is financial literacy? Financial literacy is the ability to understand and effectively use various financial skills, including personal financial management, budgeting, and investing. The lack of these skills is called financial illiteracy. Before we can begin to understand financial illiteracy in the black community, we have to dispel some of the major misconceptions that come along with financial literacy. Let's ask some basic financial questions and find out what's going on in America. My first question is, man, what is credit, man?
What is credit?
Credit. What do you think credit is?
Credit is, man, like, you know what I'm saying, like something in exchange for, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, like the more that you know what I'm saying, you putting in, bro, like, you know what I'm saying, you gotta have good credit, bro.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Now, I want everybody to understand this video is for my viewers, and it's not about racial tensions, and it's not a racist issue. This is facts that need to be brought to the forefront so everybody can understand. So try to open your mind where we discuss this in the video and know it's not about racist issues. Let's continue. A survey conducted by George Washington University conduces that 38% of African Americans answer financial literacy questions right, and just 55% of white Americans answer financial questions right. One of the most popular misconceptions in the black community is that you have to be smart in order to be financially savvy. That is not true. You simply have to develop good financial habits, which will ultimately lead you down the road of success in the long run. But before we get to those financial habits, I want you guys to take 1 second and subscribe to the channel and like these videos so this information gets out to everyone in a timely manner. We are going to answer the question which most of you are waiting for. Why do black Americans fall behind their counterparts and white Americans when it comes to financial literacy? Well, this is my theory. First, so my viewers can get a better understanding, let's take a look at the poverty levels in the United States. For white Americans, it's 9%. For black Americans, it's 21%. For Hispanic, it's 17%. And for Asian, Native, and Hawaiian Pacific Islanders, it's 9%.
Yeah, so what's your point?
My point is that poverty and education are hand in hand. Blacks and minorities who live in poverty are most likely to quit school to start work, which leaves them without literacy and numeracy skills to further careers later on in life. I'm sure most of you watching this video have heard of the civil rights movement.
I have a dream today.
Oh, here he goes with the whole race thing. You see, the civil rights movement brought about what I would like to call affirmative action policies. Now, these policies were meant to level the playing field between white, blacks, and minorities in America. Well, let's just say that didn't happen. As of the making of this video, there are 10 states that actively ban affirmative action today. Starting from the most recent state, we have Oklahoma, New Hampshire, Arizona, Colorado, Nebraska, Michigan, Florida, Washington, and California. We also have Idaho, which recently passed a ban on affirmative action in 2020. Now, out of the list, I want to focus more on California, which had an initiative constitutional amendment in 1996 to ban affirmative action. Over the 25-year span that the ban was introduced, California's public universities have seen a dramatic drop in black enrollment, particularly the last 5 years. I mean, black enrollment has basically flatlined. While education and poverty have always been closely tied to financial literacy in the black community, we also have to take a look at black culture as a whole itself.
Still making double, I don't count when I spend. S550 2018, gotta come 20 of you hopping in the bin.
Money made all day. You know, right here, a light million. Over there, counting up another million over there.
Don't know what I'm talking about? Materialism. Materialism has long plagued the black community and is a stain on black culture. You see, materialism's effect on black culture is quite extensive. And much better. Now, materialism doesn't necessarily mean you're a bad person because you like nice things. But it's when those things become more important than your core values or your belief system, then it becomes a problem. In my opinion, I would say it's most prevalent in the black community. Let's use an example so you guys can get a better understanding of my point. In 1984, a little-known shoe was introduced to the world by Michael Jordan and Nike designer Peter Moore, which unfortunately went on to be the status symbol for materialism in the black community.
Yo!
Shot over shoes. Detroit police are trying to find the person who shot a Detroit man because he wouldn't hand over his Air Jordan.
A teen shot because of his shoes. Police say 2 men went into a home because they knew the teen living there had the new Air Jordans and they were willing to kill for them.
So what's the big deal? Why so much trouble for a pair of $200 shoes?
They're limited edition. You see, I got the ones last year and the year before that, so I just have to get these ones.
This is the shoe. It's the greatest shoe ever made. It's Jordan.
Now, whether you agree or disagree that materialism is a distraction in the black community, you have to admit that it is an unpopular opinion when you are financially savvy, at least for me being a black American myself. I'm interested to see what you guys think about the video and your opinion on whether it's unpopular to be financially savvy or if materialism distracts us from being financially savvy. Why are blacks more financially illiterate in the United States? We covered that with facts and then we covered it with opinion. What do you guys think the reason is for blacks being more financially illiterate than other races? Go ahead and leave your comments down below and like and subscribe to the channel if you like what you've been seeing. And as always, thanks for watching JVO TV, and you guys be safe.